Hey guys, Dave and Len here. We just played Ogre the Pocket Edition. This is essentially the same game as they had in the 1970s. They re-released it, I don't know, it was like maybe 8 years ago or something, and they charged the original price of $2.95, so I couldn't help but buy it. But he and I, we've played this game a bunch of times over the years. Today's the first time we played it where it was Ogre versus Ogre. Usually we play it where you have tanks and hovercraft and stuff versus the Ogre. So as far as the Ogre versus Ogre, I printed these little things out from the internet because included in the game is only a Mark III and a Mark V Ogre, the stats for it. So I got stats for all these other different types of Ogres, so we had a good selection to choose through. He played one in one game called the Fencer B, which has, was that the one? Yeah, it has a ton of missiles and stuff. So in both games I played the Mark V. The Mark V is one of the best Ogres. It's very good in ramming. It throws 4 dice instead of 2. And it's got a good main battery and secondary battery and 6 missiles, and then some anti-personnel stuff, which was irrelevant in this game because anti-personnel units are just for taking out infantry. But yeah, I've always liked this game. This is the simplest version of Ogre. There's a miniatures version of the game too, and I think there's a larger board game too. I've never played the larger board game version, but the miniatures game has more complex rules and stuff, but they're still relatively simple. What do you think of it, Len?
Well, actually, the second one I liked with the Fencer, where I could stand off and shoot missiles at you till I ran out. It was fun. For Smash Up, this wasn't that interesting. But however, I always liked it when you had the full units, all the infantry, tanks, and other support. Yeah. When you had a big force, then you could play on each other's strengths and weaknesses. Yep. When you do a one-on-one Smash Up, there's not too many. I mean, my only weakness was I had lots of missiles, but after that I had no weapons.
Yeah. And when you have Ogre versus Ogre, when one's out of most of their weapons and stuff, it stands basically no chance against the other Ogre if the other Ogre still has more weapons left and stuff. So the game's great. It's like you said, when you have tanks and infantry versus the Ogre, it's the best. But what we did today with the Ogre versus Ogre, it's okay, but it's not as good as when you're playing the other scenario where it's tanks versus Ogre. But we had to try it out to see how it is.
Yeah, we had to do a quickie game today.
Yeah, actually we played 2 games of this.
Yeah, so maybe you ought to, if you want to, you can try it. Maybe, but I think next time I want to play, I want to have tanks and infantry.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
that's how we usually played it. I just figured we'd try the dual version finally.
Yeah.
But,
all right.
Yeah, if you see this online, pick it up. Don't pay like $40 or $50 for it because these guys just paid $2.95 for this. I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, so it's not worth $50. Wait till you can find one for a reasonable price and then get it. Thanks for watching and have a good evening.
All right.